We're in Bרכhat Hamazon. We're in Neidelecha. We're up to Chaim Chen V'Chessed Shechoinan Tanu. Every day in the second bracha of Neidelecha, we thank HaKadosh Baruch Hu for our life, Chaim and Chesed, which we spoke about already in the first bracha, what Chaim and Chesed is all about. But now there's something very interesting. If you look back at the first bracha, we thanked HaKadosh Baruch Hu b'Chaim, b'Chesed, u'v'Rachamim. We said Chaim, Chesed, and Rachamim. Here we switched out the word Rachamim and instead prefaced it with Chaim. Chaim, Chaim, V'Chessed. So what's the difference between here and there? Where over here, all of a sudden we add the word Chaim. We thank HaKadosh Baruch Hu for Eretz Yisrael. That's what this bracha is. We thank Hashem for Bris, Torah. We spoke last time what Chukim Datonu means. And now we thank HaKadosh Baruch Hu for our Chaim, Chaim, and Chesed. So the Rebbe Yakar, Rishon, says a phenomenal idea. He says Chaim zu Isha. Chaim is having a wife. Could you imagine? We're thanking HaKadosh Baruch Hu for the woman in our life. And everybody says it, even someone who's not yet married. Well, it's not someone who lost their wife. But the idea that there's an Isha in our life, that HaKadosh Baruch Hu is mezavig zivugim, we thank HaKadosh Baruch Hu for that here in Bentching. And he says a fascinating idea. We all know the famous Gemara Kedushin says, a father is mechuyev to do 5 things for his children. Right? The Gemara Kedushin says, Chamisha dvorim chayim av lasis levinay. Number 1, what 5 things? L'maylei, a bris milah, liftoisai, to redeem him, l'lamdei Torah, to teach him Torah, l'lamdei umnis, to teach him a job, ulhasiya ishay, and to marry him off. And the Medrash Tanchuma tells us, pliyadika thing in Parshas Shlach. Ha'av, who's the father who's mechuyev to his son these 3 things? Ha'av zeh HaKadosh Baruch Hu. This is Hashem. Who is this talking about? Not just a regular father, but even HaKadosh Baruch Hu does these things. Moles Yisrael al Yidei Yeshua. When they went into Klal Yisrael al Yidei Yeshua, he did bris milah for Klal Yisrael. Podes Yisrael, he redeemed Klal Yisrael. We know he was in Podas many times. L'lamdei Torah, Anochi Hashem lekecha m'lamdecha lahayil. Hashem teaches Torah. L'lamdei umnis ela hamitzvos asher tziva Hashem. What is when HaKadosh Baruch Hu teaches us an umnis, a skill? What does that mean? It's a skill for us in HaKadosh Baruch Hu in our relationship with Hashem, which is mitzvahs, which is what we just spoke about. So what comes right after Achukecha Shedatanu? What comes after mitzvahs? What's next? Lasiya Isha. She'amar lam HaKadosh Baruch Hu pru uravu. So he says, he brings the pasuk in Kehelas, in Perek Tes, pasuk Tes, that says, Re'ei chayim im isha asher ahavta. Right? Enjoy, according to the Metzudas, right? You should live and enjoy the life with the wife that HaKadosh Baruch Hu gave you, which you love. And here we're thanking HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Val Chaim Chen V'Chessed. What's the Chaim? Chaim, the Rebbe Yakar says, Zu Isha. And that's why we thank HaKadosh Baruch Hu here in this area for Isha. Why? And that's why we ate Chaim, which we didn't have in the first bracha. Because now we thanked Hashem for Eretz Yisrael. And we said, but what comes along with Eretz Yisrael? In order to have Eretz Yisrael, we need 5 things. What 5 things do we need? We need brischa shechasamta b'v'sareinu. We need to have been paida from tisanu mibeis avodim. Really, in order, Hashem was paida us from beis avodim, paida us, redeemed us from Mitzrayim, gave us bris milah, Torah, mitzvahs, which is our umnis with HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and finally, in Isha, al Chaim Chen V'Chessed. So we're thanking that we're makir. When we say benching of Neidelecha, we're makir, not just HaKadosh Baruch Hu is Hashem, He's God, He's taking care of us, but He's also taking care of us the same way a father takes care of his son. And the same way the Gemara says these 5 things a father is mechuyev to do to his son, we are recognizing HaKadosh Baruch Hu does that for us. We recognize that every single time we bench.